Welcome back, friends, daddios and dolls, and those in a alternate universe that probably might be watching this. So today I got an update. I'm going to show you how I do my spark plug wires, and whatever random things that may occur. So what I would normally do with making boots, I would do it out of styrene rod and drill out the ends, in the diameter of the spark plug wire, which is usually around 18 thousandths, 16 thousandths. And it's pretty involved and kind of a pain in the butt. So when I saw these, man, I was like, yep, I got to get me some of those. But also what I do is I take some brake line, which is, or battery cable, which is around 20 thousandths. And I'll put it in my pin vise. And you can see the insulation there. And then I just roll my blade around it until it cuts through, which I am not even hardly applying any pressure at all. And then slip it up. And wango de tango, I've got me a little boot. So what that is look at the holes on that. It is much larger than a spark plug wire. And so what my plan is to put this little boot over the wire and then put the wire into the boot, into the bigger boot. And it'll give you more of a three-dimensional look. So after I've cut off a bunch of rings, I'll slip them onto just a sewing pin. It's about 20 thousandths, but it stretches it out to make it a lot easier to slip it onto the spark plug wire. I have a tendency to make my own wire looms. So what I did was, this is like 18 thousandths K&S sheet aluminum. And I just drill my holes in it, and then I shape everything with a file to end up with something like that. Kind of the look that I was after here. A little thicker than photo etch. Well, twice as thick, actually, if not a little bit more. I kind of going after a look that I have on my pickup truck with the wire looms that I have on there. They just look. This is where they usually go flying off into space. Into that alternate universe. Stupid. Come on, dude. There is somebody in an alternate universe using all the model car parts that I have flung over there. They might actually have a cool model at this point. So here's the update. As you can see, kind of been weathering and kind of destroying a perfectly white frame. Trying to figure out how I'm going to route my radiator. My coolant lines. Still got my battery cables, but I've got a fuel pump in there. It's up to where the firewall is, so I got a junction there. And you can see, let me zoom in. You can see that little piece of insulation, how it goes into the boots, and how it adds just a little bit of detail there. Kind of about where I'm at with the motor. It's just sitting in there. I've got the rear end. Oh, where's that at? Got the rear end ready to go pretty much. So as soon as I get the lines right for my radiator and all that stuff, I'm gonna get that rear end in and maybe finally get my rims painted up, tires painted up, and get them mounted and have a rolling chassis here pretty soon. At the end of the month, or at the end of March, I believe it's the end of March, there's a pretty awesome local model show. A friend of mine in his club, the Outcast model car builders, are having a show, and it's like the coolest one in Colorado by far. I'd really like to make it to that. Even if this isn't done, I can at least throw it in there and socialize, and plan on socializing anyways. But anyway, this is my update. There's not much done. Trying to get the bed together a little bit. So the bed's all rusted out. The rest of the car is going to be painted, but you know, he hasn't gotten to the bed yet. I'm going to have a keg back there. It's taking a lot of work, and the battery will be back there. But I also made the bed. Got some wood back there. Kind of looks all worn out, beat up, tore to crap. And then I'll have the tailgate on there and all that stuff. It'll be on this about like that, so you'll be able to see through the radiator. Now, I left the top open for right now in case I need to put like a screen or some sort of mesh in between that, because you can see through it really easy, and I'm not sure I like that, but I'm also going to have an electric fan over it. So once I get that fan done and put on there, I'll look at it, and if it looks good, then it looks good. If it don't, then it don't, and then I gotta fix it. So you can see what I did there, and that's why I've got all the rust running down on the inside of the frame, because you know, it's not a stupid old bed that's on there that's been chopped up and weathered. But that's about it for my update, guys. Sorry it's been a while. Work is kicking my butt, and trying to adjust to new hours and all that jazz, and so not as much has gotten done that I'd like to. I've got my bracket that I made for my alternator. Look at there, so cute. But hey man, blessed be to all y'all. Keep modeling on.